Well, that's covered pretty much all of that interesting stuff. Let's go career. So this is the profile I created earlier, just for test purposes. We've got about 20 minutes before I need to end the stream, so that should be enough time to have a look at buying some fields and maybe plonking a few items down. So if I press start, that brings up the main menu, and I'm not entirely sure where we are on the map, to be honest. Oh, we're over here. Okay, so we can see that the fields are already predominantly planted with something or t'other. Some sugar beet here, the potatoes here. This looks like possibly wheat or sunflower. I think that's probably wheat and these are sunflower. So, I mean, wheat is obviously a safe bet in terms of working on a field, because everybody sort of starts with wheat. It's the place to be. But I'd rather like to have a little look at the horses and the options we have there. So I think maybe I don't need that big a field. What's 19? 19, so that's potatoes. This is just for test purposes. How do I actually buy something? X. Okay, so you press X, and then you have these. This is what's different in Farm Sim. Oh, that's interesting. I get all 3 fields, plus all this. Okay, that is quite interesting. I've seen this advertised, obviously everybody has. It's a key thing. That's my phone ringing. I think the wife's got it. The key thing is that you do get the land surrounding the field as well, which is really quite cool. I wasn't that impressed with it, I'll be honest, when they were announcing it. I was thinking, how much difference is that really going to make? And when they were highlighting it, you see things like this and you think, well, you know, it's a field with a bit of grass around it. What's cool or interesting about that? But you can't harvest any of the trees that are surrounding that area. And actually what you're doing is you're not buying the field, you are buying the land. And that only really became prominent to me just now when I clicked here. Not only do you get all these trees, you get 3 fields which are pre-planted, and you get whatever this is. I mean, I assume these are buildings of some sort. Whether or not you can use them, I don't know. But yeah, that is actually kind of interesting. So you could just buy a field full of trees. Over here, I'm not sure whether or not you could use this water. Maybe you'll have access to the water. That's quite a cool feature. That's more impressive when you're actually doing it than when you're watching it on a video. For me it is, anyway. Okay, well, let's buy something real standard and basic. I'm thinking either here or here. And that's quite cheap. 152,000. That's 197. Let's go for this one. It's nice and cheap. Yes. Okay, so if I come out of this now and navigate to my chosen field of purchaseness. I'm not sure whether or not I actually had to put my name in. So this here, from this tree in, I believe this is all ours. I probably should have come and checked it out, because that is one hell of a hill. And that hill is going to cause immeasurable problems. Oh, is this mine now as well? Do I now own this? No. Do I own the building? Can I go in there? No. See, and there's a telephone mast. Do I make money off that or anything? Thankfully, I do own a bit more land. I was thinking if it's just that hill, I'm in big trouble. So there's no blooming flat land here at all. Oh, there's a nice big... Is that field mine? Oh, God. No, it's not, is it? I'm literally on the boundary here. So that's an absolutely useless bit of land I've just bought. That's not going to be any good for putting an equestrian centre down at all. Blast. Okay, well maybe I should go to the shop and buy a vehicle, because this running around is getting a bit tiresome. Vehicle overview. How do I get to the shop? Shop, 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 shop. Shop, 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 shop. How do I go to the flipping shop? Is there a shortcut to the shop? That's what I need. Used to be P. Ah, that still is P. Cool. Right, tractors and vehicles. Let's go grab a car. A lizard for 30,000. This, of course, is new. The ability to spin round and customise in any way, shape or form. This is quite nice. Do you know... Press P. Thanks, Fuzzy Sims. Appreciate that. How you doing, buddy? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Do you know, I really wanted to be critical of this game, and I really want to be negative about it, because when Farm Sim 17 came out and they'd introduced a flipping train rather than all this kind of stuff, which is what we were all expecting in 17, my opinion of Giants really went down the toilet, and all respect I had for them basically diminished in that moment. But with the exception, I am very good, thank you, Fuzzy Sims. Really looking forward to Christmas, I've got to say. I do turn into a 9-year-old or a 5-year-old or even a 4-year-old when Christmas comes around. So yeah, I'm getting really excited for Christmas, which is only a couple of days away in my house. But anyway, focusing on the game. Everything I've seen today, I'm actually feeling surprisingly really positive about. With the exception of the obvious bugs and the key binding issues, which are 100% ruining what otherwise is a very good implementation of Farm Sim. I'm a little bit disappointed that I don't hate the game more than I do, but it's a very, very early first look, so I mean that opinion might change, but yeah, I'm seeing lots of positive stuff. Maybe not everything I wanted to see. The physics are not improved enough for me. The internal tractors, components, the animation and stuff isn't good enough for me, but there's a lot of changes and they're all positive so far, which is surprising as heck. Oh, what? Are you kidding me? That Mahindra's even cheaper. I should have bought that. Blast. Never mind. So if I go to garage... No, I don't want to sell it. Back, back, back. Back. Ah, there we go. Tab still works, that's good. Right, let's go have a little drive around then, and let's find a field that we like the look of, that's going to be suitable for horses. So really we just need a small flat piece of land with no hills, no trees, nothing really. Oh God, handling is... I don't want to say atrocious, but it's a lot of work. Nice to see people walking around. The map itself is quite impressive. There's a nice pier there. The pedestrians do tend to pop in, which is a bit of a shame. Farm Sim is the only place in the world where the the cars actually slow down the tractors and hold them up. Has there been an accident there? I think that car's got stuck, isn't it? Behind that one, which is stationary. So there's a few problems with the map, it seems. It seems very bright. A little too bright, like fake. That's the train I can hear. So now there's warning signs here about rocks falling. But I suspect that that isn't something that's actually in the game. It's an intricate, interesting map, that's for sure. Oh, what have we got here? This could be good. Is this a nice big flat bit of land? Field number 6. Quick question. Am I destroying this farmer's crops by driving over it? No. Okay, so I can't destroy other people's crops. So if I was playing multiplayer and we had 2 farms and we were competing against each other, I couldn't maliciously go and destroy their crops. It's cool that the rear of the trailer drops down. I like that. Okay, so this looks promising. Let's have a look at the map. Where are we? So we're up here. 13. How much is that? 847. Wow. 856. 438. 384. Let's have a quick look at that over here. Yeah, I think we might be able to squeeze. I don't know actually. Big ditch there, that's no good to us. Well, okay, I tell you what, it's a test, so let's just grab this one. I think it was the cheapest of the 4, wasn't it? Of the 3, rather. It's nice and flat, it's a big space, it takes half our money, but I think we could probably use it. Okay, so we now own this area. So now if we drive through these crops, do we destroy them? Oh, still not. That's interesting. Perhaps these, perhaps only tractors can destroy the crops. Be a bit of a shame if that is the case, but yeah, it's possible that is the case. Alright then, so I need to figure out how to build an equestrian centre. So I think we go to the shop and we go to buildings, animal pens, the dog house. Oh, I forgot about the dog. Oh, what's interesting is I can't spin the camera. I cannot spin the camera whilst I'm in this view. Alright. Let's put the dog house over here. Only 1 permitted per farm. Okay. Let's drive over there and just meet the dog. Oh look, he's off, running around. Fully animated. That's impressive. Come here, Snoopy. So R is to pet. Ah, okay, so you can press this. Ah, so you can call him to come to you, but only when you're right on him. Oh, and then he follows you, which is a tad weird. So will he follow me anywhere? So if I jump in the vehicle, I didn't mean to do that, I meant to jump over it, but does he still follow me? No. What happens if I run him over? Nothing. Okay, well, we're learning as we're playing. Okay, cool. Right. Let's go back to what we were doing. Oh, I've only got a couple of minutes. So this is going to be really rushed. Cows, large cows, horse paddock, large horse paddock. Let's buy this for 50,000. Jesus, that is a lot bigger than I was expecting. How do you rotate it? I assume you can. Root snapping is C. Okay, you have to press and hold C to do that. Rotate camera with Q and E. So that rotates the camera. Ah, the arrow keys. Okay, I got you. Well, there you go. Pretty quick, pretty instant, pretty painless. Cheers, Fuzzy. After 25 hours with Farm Sim 19, although you've enjoyed it, you've gone back to Farm Sim 17 for now because you miss all that the mods can offer. That is always going to be the problem, isn't it? I had somebody ask me in, I can't remember if it was in a comment or something, but somebody asked me which I'd recommend. I think it might have been via Steam actually. Which I'd recommend, Farm Sim 19 or Farm Sim 17, because it was on special offer. I think it was like 10 quid or something. And hand on heart, it will always be the same answer. It will always be, get the old one, because it's got all the mods, and the mods really make Farm Sim something much better than it currently is. It's going to take 6 months, I'd say, before you see any real modding content for Farm Sim. And there's always that worry, excuse me, that the most important things, like for me, seasons is a massive part of Farm Sim 17. And not having seasons in the game would really, really detract from the fun and realistic experience that I've come to enjoy with Farm Sim 17. Yeah, there you go. See, Bradley's saying, Bradley, you haven't purchased Farm Sim 19 because there's no mods. And it's always the same way. Exactly, you use mods to crank up the realism. Everybody does. I mean, well, I say everybody does. There are some mods that make the game easier and basically crank down the realism. But the majority of people, the most prominent, the most consistently used mods are mods that make the game more realistic. And one of the key mods for me that I'm really disappointed isn't in the game is the gears mod. So it adds gear, hardcore, exactly, ultra hardcore realism. That's exactly what I'm after. I saw an interview. It was in German, so it was translated. But I saw an interview with one of the head developers at Giants, and he said, and I loosely quote him, he said, we could make the game 100% realistic, but then nobody would enjoy it. And you just think, well, no, actually that's not true. That really isn't true. And if you can make the game that realistic, why not at least add some of the features in? Why not Why not have an option where you can have ultra realistic or arcade mode? I mean, yeah, BS, exactly, absolutely. I don't think they could. I mean, theoretically they could because the modders can, but I don't think they have any intention of doing it because it's too much work, it's too much effort. Yeah, why not have the options that we can choose to turn on and off? Precisely. And, you know, truth be told, who doesn't want gears in a farming game? That's the whole point. I mean, trying to get up a steep hill and having to put four-wheel drive on and, you know, slam it down into an ultra low gear so that you can get up there with all the attachments and stuff. That's clearly more fun and more realistic and interesting than just, you know, accelerate his go and brake his reverse. I mean, that's just crap in comparison. It's called a simulator, for goodness sakes. Yeah, I agree with that 100%, Bradley. Whilst there have been improvements between each of the versions, the improvements have been, you say a bit lazy, I say extremely lazy. I say extremely lazy. I made a review on Farm Sim 17 and I like for like compared the tractors, the insides and the external components with those from FS15 and they were absolutely identical. Bradley, yeah, I know you were being nice. It's so strange because everybody I speak to says the same thing. And I don't think that I only speak to hardcore simmers, but everybody thinks they should be doing more, they should be advancing more. I mean, if you look at the physics in the game, it's horrendous. I mean, whopping great big tractors handle like they're made out of balloons. What's that all about? How do you get to call a game a simulator when you've got no physics at all in the game? I think they're taking liberties, I really do. This, I've got to say though, this so far is impressing me so much more than Farm Sim 17 did. Farm Sim 17 really upset me. I took it personally. I really felt like they were taking the mickey out of us. This version, at least, has stuff, has been improved, has new content. This feels a lot better. Hello Aaron Evans, how are you, buddy? What am I doing today? Today I'm taking a very leisurely, half-assed first look at Farm Sim 19. And I've got to say, other than the bugs and the key binding, it's actually quite impressive. I'm actually enjoying it quite a bit. Bugger, I'm being messaged. Guys, I wanted to get a couple of horses in here and sort of expand on the equestrian side of things and really see what that's like. But I have to, I do all the cooking in the house, so I need to go and prepare some dinner for my family because we've got karate this evening and a whole host of other things to do. But listen, thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Apologies for not really getting that in depth in the game. I'll probably stream tomorrow or the day after and really look at the equestrian stuff and all the other things that we can do in the game. I've got my key bindings set up now. Hopefully they'll stay set, so the next time I come in I can just jump in and go straight for it. But yeah, it's impressed me more than I thought it would and annoyed me more than I thought it would. Brilliant. Thanks Bradley, appreciate the follow. Guys, I'm going to have to run and leave you, but thank you so much. Please join me again and we'll look even more into Farm Sim 19. And on YouTube, I'll be making a fully fledged, no holds bars, in-depth review on the game once I've got to the point where I feel like I can do that. So thank you, take care, goodbye for now. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video today. I really appreciate you coming along and taking the time to do that. I want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you who watched this video today. Special big thank you to our patrons and supporters on Twitch. But everybody who comes and watches, you all count, you are all part of this. And I thank you so much. If you hit that like button, I will like you twice as much. Even more than that, perhaps. It is for you guys that I make these videos, so it matters to me a huge amount if you enjoy watching them, and if you don't, you need to tell me. So thanks for watching, take care of yourselves, until next time, goodbye for now.